Fable 5 is arguably the best model out there right now, but it's expensive. Brutally so if you don't earn in US dollars. So here is what this video does. I'm going to show you how to cut the cost of Fable 5 by more than 80%. Look at this. At max effort, Fable 5 runs you $22 per task. Follow it down, and at low effort, you are paying $3.76. That's an 82% cut. Now, I won't lie to you. 376 is still a lot of money for most people around the globe, but it's a whole different game than $22. And the best part, you barely lose any quality getting there. I will be showing you hands on as how that works and how it looks like on each and every level. I had to sell my kidney in order to afford this video, so please at least do watch it until the end. This is Fahad Mirza and I welcome you to the channel. I also have recently started this free weekly AI newsletter at fahadmirza.substack.com. I obtained this diagrams data from this DeepSui, so you can see that it's a live chart from their website, and I will also drop the link in video's description. You can see the cost at every level which I have put in this table. Let me take you straight to this Claude AI's console. You can see that on the Fable 5 I have selected the effort as low, so I'm just going to run the same prompt on all of these effort skills, and then we will see the quality difference. Let me paste the prompt here, and with Fable 5 low I'm going to run this. While this runs, let me tell you why this prompt is brutal and hard for this and what exactly we are testing here. So there is one HTML file, pure vanilla JavaScript, no libraries, and in this prompt it has to nail physics. Hundreds of balls falling in real arcs, impacting one by one. Full rainbow color math mapped to concentric rings, layered animation like ripples, splashes, caustics, shimmer, and there is a timed camera zoom out, as you can see that it's a aerial drone view, and also seamless 8-second loop. I have also put in two hidden traps in this prompt. So the color order contradicts itself, and the balls are told to stay forever yet loop seamlessly. A rushed model, or maybe on a low effort, it might trip or not. A careful one should resolve it. So let's wait for it to come back with the response, and then we will check out how exactly it performs, and then I will run it on all the levels, and then we will go from there. As it runs, let me take you quickly to the Hermes agent to show you how you can do the similar sort of stuff there. So this is my Hermes agent. I will just scroll down, and all you need to do is just go here and slash reasoning, and you can see that you can just set the usage level to min, max, or whatever you want to do, and that is all you need to do. And of course it is just showing coin at the as a model, but you can always change the model something like this, or you can create a profile. And similar story goes with the Claude code or any other harness. And Fable has created the code. I have just opened it in this browser, and there you go. And this is what it looks like in the browser. As you can see, it has tried to create those splashes, those ripples, and the drone view from top down. And I was expecting much better in terms of Fable's output, I'll be very honest, but still it has attempted to do it in the same way. Let me now generate it with all the efforts, and then we will compare. And here is the output from each level. So this is low, and you can see that balls have landed in a clean rainbow with a white hot core, but the rings stay loose and scattered. No real splash structure really, but just $3.76. Next up is our medium. Tighter mandala, glowing splash halos around each ball, but the color order flipped. Violets now in the center, red outside, $6.09. And this is what you get for medium for the same prompt. Let me now show you the high one. This one has got full expanding splash rings appear, layered and overlapping, a proper mandala forming with real depth, so quality is improving slightly, but the cost is $9.18. Still quite expensive. There you go, but nowhere perfect. I mean, not that different from the low one. This one is extra and quite complete, I would say. Dense splash rings, visible water grid, caustics, the epicenter burst all present at once. So slight improvement than the previous one, and this is extra. As you can see, I will let it run for few more seconds, and we just gave it 8-second loop. Okay, and now comes the $22 max. This is the one. Yes, it has got the cleanest geometry of all, perfect concentric ring spacing, and but oddly enough the simplest looking, because splash rings barely are visible, as you can see, but still it has done the job, and quite different from the rest of the lot. Quite an improvement, no doubt about this. So look, for a scene like this, a jump from low to max cost you 6 times more. And honestly, the middle level here, somewhere here or here, that gives you the richest result, not the most expensive one, as you can see here. Paying for max doesn't buy you the best output here. So no, past a point, I don't think so it really matters what you are using. Maybe low is too low. I would be using somewhere near, you know, starting with high and then going from there either one step upward or one step downward in order to get a balance of cost and quality. And this diagram tells you the second way of saving money on Claude Fable 5. And you know what, for that matter, any Claude model or any API based model. So look at this. Instead of letting Fable do all the work, you use it only as the architect. Fable plans and advises, the cheap model does the actual coding and tool calls. Normally in practice what I do, I use Claude Opus or GPT 5 point whatever is there for just the planning architecting, and then use local Olama based Quen model, Quen 27 billion to be exact, for most of the tasks to do the actual coding. So if you look at this diagram, every turn your request first goes to Fable as an advisor. It has no tools and we can cap how much it writes. So it just gives short, sharp guidance. Maybe I would go with the high level or even, a level down, medium one. That advice gets handed to the aggregator. Here, a Quen model running locally on my own machine, completely free. Quen takes Fable's plan and does the heavy lifting, writing code, running tools, producing the answer. Then it loops maybe with Hermes agent or OpenClaw, OpenCode, or whatever harness you are using. So, in short, you are paying Fable only for a few lines of thinking each turn, not for the whole job. The expensive brain guides, the free muscle executes. That's a saving. Some people say use Sonnet or whatever for aggregator. I prefer to use Quen, free and local. I just want to put all the little money I have to save cost into the architecting, and then just letting my Quen model to follow instructions. And if you want to implement that in your harness, for example, in Hermes agent, you just open its config file, and just in that config file, paste something like this. So that block is the whole trick. Fable 5 comes in through OpenRouter or any API based, even directly from your own Anthropic's API key. And then my local Quen does the work as an aggregator, as you can see in this line number 2122. And the token cap keeps Fable's advice short and cheap. Save, you can just save the file, pick the preset, and Hermes runs the loop for you. Similarly, you can use it in Claude Code with the advisor and model switches, and every harness has the similar sort of thing here. So that's it. Two simple tricks and you can save lot of cost, dialing down effort and letting Fable architect instead of doing everything. and you have taken the best model out there and made it something you can actually afford. Maybe it is still very expensive, I have to acknowledge that. Share your thoughts in the comments please, as very keen to know. If you want to help out the channel, please become a member. Thank you for all the support.